Welcome to week 2. I just want to take a minute in advance to thank you for your patience. All my classes are completely full with overloads, so my goal is to always grade everything as quickly as possible. But with that said, I want to maintain my own personal standards, always give feedback, and not feel rushed just to rush. So please be patient while I kind of figure out week 1, see where we are. But hopefully in a day or 2, you'll get all your grades back and you get to see them always updated in D2L. So let's get started in week 2. I'm gonna look down my notes once in a while. Okay, so once I am done grading everything from week 1, you will then see a new tab open called week 1 feedback. And it's going to be a short video of us talking about different things that we saw, trends, things to improve upon. So whenever you see that tab open up, make sure you review it, look at the video, and of course if you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, let's get to it. So Monday you're going to see a discussion questions on D2L specifically. So it's going to force you, but hopefully you've done it naturally, to look at all the tabs, from the welcome video to the syllabus to, the Remind app. It's going to make you review all of those and answer a few questions below. So just do that. It's a quick way to really get yourself acclimated with what resources are on campus, what this course has to offer you, and just kind of make the most out of your Lone Star experience. So that's what Monday is. We're gonna start slow. Tuesday, it's about perception. So we're gonna get into chapter 2. Perception's a wonderful chapter. Like you've heard me said, like you'll hear me say in the future, this course is about self-reflection, putting terms to ideas that we already do on a day-to-day basis, and this chapter is no exception. You will reflect, give examples, and hopefully grow to see the language choices we use and the ideas that we have can always be expanded upon and better help us as well as those we communicate with. So please really reflect on that chapter, kind of think of the language choices you've used in the past and how you can kind of better yourself and the world around you. So after you do that, which will be a Prezi presentation, and the reason why I've specifically chosen Prezi is because it's free. So of course, right now as a Lone Star student, you do have access to Microsoft 365, therefore PowerPoint. But maybe in the future, you will not have access to PowerPoint, nor do you want to pay a nice chunk of change for PowerPoint. So it's really important for you to learn and dabble with free applications that are presentational tools, and that's what we're going to do with this perception chapter. So Prezi will be our way of outlining what you've learned. Moving on to Wednesday. So Wednesday, we're going to talk about chapter 7, which is about listening. Now, I don't want you to get confused, so make sure you're listening. I do not like our chapter in our textbook. So I have below added a new textbook for chapter 7 listening, but in this textbook, it's going to be chapter 5, and it's about listening. So I want you to look at the textbook that is attached in Wednesday's tab. Go to chapter 5, read that listening chapter because it's way better, in my opinion, and then answer the questions below. So there's no need to kind of look through our chapter about listening in our textbook. That's the only difference that you'll see. We're going to use our textbook for everything else, but this chapter particularly, I wanted you to focus on some other key ideas, and that's going to be had with the chapter that I've attached. So yay, free chapter and free textbook if you want it. So if you're following along with the calendar outline in the syllabus, you're going to see something different that was supposed to be on Wednesday. And why it's different is because we have a few people dropping, a few people that are inactive, so I didn't feel comfortable assigning everybody groups in week 2 with the likelihood of those groups changing in the future. So I didn't want to confuse anybody or even kind of create anything. So I'm waiting for basically this week to end, get to see who's active, and then create the group. So I basically just swapped week 2 and week 3's Wednesdays. So if you're following along, don't get too concerned or confused. I just swapped those two. So in week 3, you'll get your group assignments and we'll be back at it. So that's it. What else? Okay, Thursday. Thursday is a brainstorming session. So in the near future, you will have to do a presentation, an informative speech to be exact, recorded, uploaded for all of us to see. It's going to be a wonderful experience for everybody. Yay, public speaking. So to narrow it down and to kind of get the ideas flowing of what your topic could be, we're going to do a small brainstorming. This is not anything permanent. This does not mean that it's your topic. You will have an official kind of discussion question later on for those topics. This is just to get the ball rolling. Now I have given you some parameters because I don't want to waste time on focusing on, is it informative? Is it persuasive? Is it a different type of speech? How did you make that persuasive, right? We are constantly focusing on informative. So you have to choose a person to speak about. Informative speaking, of course, is the act of informing us, teaching us by remaining neutral. So by talking about a person, their life, what they've done, you're kind of giving us that information without really choosing a side. Now, of course, there are people you can choose where you can create a persuasive narrative, like convincing us that they're the best or convincing this, what happened. And I want you to remove that. I want you to truly focus on the bare bones of the idea of relaying information that is based in research to us in a very neutral way. So this is the foundation, this is the base. So kind of start thinking about people that are influential to yourself, that you find interesting, that you would like to research more about, but also very important, think about your audience. Your audience is us, the class, me, and what we might hear, what makes sense for us to hear, how does it relate to us? So all of these things are gonna slowly create this environment for us to pick a good topic and kind of create a wonderful public speaking opportunity for you. So that is what this week looks like. Please do not forget to immediately watch this video, which hopefully you're watching this video, therefore you don't have to immediately watch it. But create a plan for yourself for what this week looks like for you, and then check your Lone Star email every day. There's a few of you I already reached out because an assignment that was attached didn't work out, and that's a wonderful example of why you should check your email every day, because if I don't hear from you and it's weeks later, you're probably just gonna get a 0 for that assignment. I can't wait forever. So check it daily, do your work. I'm seeing a lot of great progress so far. And other than that, I look forward to talking to you in the future.